We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Sanders' first carry of the game, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz looking deep for his tight end Ertz. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Jake Elliott.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Over the middle, complete to Tate. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 34-yard line.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Shot, watch the shot.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Here we go.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they're all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
50.
Now Wentz. First down and more for Jackson. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Eagles 14, Giants 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
On the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
By the Eagles.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
The Eagle ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
I got 86.
From the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
It's up and good, and the lead is down now. At 11, it's 21-10. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gano out to kick this one away. Offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz got some room at the 30, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
Complete.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
14.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And an Eagle first down.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. From midfield, here's Wentz. And quickly finding Rager. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 12.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. 57, Mike, 57.
Now Wentz again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
2 makes it third down and 10.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Complete.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's caught by Jackson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Eagle first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Go, go, go. Hey, check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, QB's traps. Let's go. 942, 942. Here we go, D. Here I come.
To throw again, Jones. Caught right side, Tate. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 30.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Giants 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Jones.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
Good. That ties the game 24-24. Graham Gano.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Philadelphia.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. They'll contain him to just... Four, second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Mike,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Eagles.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
First and goal.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 45 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A handoff to Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Play brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson to return. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
He was brought
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Gain of 23 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
With the score,
it's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Throwing on first is Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Barkley.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Tackled at the 46-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles 38, Giants 24. Jake Elliott to kick.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he finds Penny. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Giants on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Jones throwing on first down. That's complete to Slayton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Off the play fake, Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Gain of 9.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Eagles 38, Giants 31. Graham Gano is set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another run with Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
3rd down.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Back to throw, Wentz. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Able to power through. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
There he goes, right side. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final minute. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
The game is tied at 38 all. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
They'll run it again with Barkley. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage in game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
He was taken.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot from the left hash. This from 34. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Sanders on 1st down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward. A gain of 4. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
On the keeper.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, They want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wins to throw again. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. A good pickup there, a 22.
An Eagle first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. A give running left. It's Sanders. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Wentz now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Deon Buchanan made the tackle.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Sanders, the Eagle ball carrier.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott.
1-yard attempt.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this game will remain tied. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter, and if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But boy, how bad do you feel for him? The opportunity to win it with a field goal at the end, and it doesn't go through the pipes.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.